Huge 2 points dropped by Arsenal Football Club today. Honestly, I am disgusted. I am annoyed. I am furious with the way that we defended at the end of that game. Those two goals we conceded today were not the way that we were playing this whole season. We really did not show come the end of the season. As much as anybody wants to say Sunderland is playing well right now, they're in the top four in the Premier League right now. Come the end of the season, they're not going to be there and thereabouts. And right now, 2 points dropped, not 1 point gained. It doesn't matter that it's away from home. It doesn't matter that we came back from what do you call it, 1-0 down. We should have won this game. I am not happy. I am disappointed in the overall performance. But you know something? We need to do better. We need to do better in our attacking final third. We had numerous chances to finish the game off, but we couldn't do it. Also, overall, if I look at why is there so much fireworks? What the hell? If if I say one thing, today's bench was very weak, and the bench was very weak for a reason. A lot of players were out. A lot of players were not available. We knew this. We knew the starters needed to step up. We could not start off the way that we started off. We started off the game too respectful for Sunderland. Way too much respect for Sunderland in that first half. And you could tell by the statistics from the first half. But before we go any further, let me show you the lineup. The lineup was what we expected. The lineup was what we expected from the first minute. We knew this was what the lineup was going to be. I did not think there was going to be anything else, but I also did not think Moreno was going to have his head cracked in the first couple of minutes. Luckily for him, he was able to continue into the game, and boy, we got a lot to talk about. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section. And if you disagree or agree with me on anything that I've said throughout this video. Now, before we go any further, quick little ad. There is a channel sponsor for these videos. It's OK Jersey. The link is in the description. The link is right here underneath me. If I just move this up right here, you can use that promo code to get cheap jerseys. This is one of them right here. But yeah, let's continue. First things first. First things first. We were second to every ball to start off. The first goal we conceded in itself was not like us. We don't usually we're usually the first to every ball. We're usually the first to head away anything. We don't let the ball bounce in front of our goal. And the first goal, the foul that led up to the first goal in itself was stupid. How did Zubamendi get given a foul for that? I don't know. But I'm not going to complain about the refs, even though the ref was poor. Let's just keep it about the actual game itself, right? The referee didn't concede the goals that we conceded. Although I'm just looking at my players and I'm saying that's not like us. That's not like us to do that. We were really, really off it to start that first half. That first half was poor from Arsenal. We did not register too many chances, and I felt like we gave Sunderland so much more time on the ball, so much more respect. Although we did have a lot more possession in the first half, I felt like we were just doing the same old sideways, backwards, side to side, and we didn't really have too many ideas. Eze had a really good chance; he could have scored. I felt like Zubamendi was doing his thing. Declan Rice had a free kick on target, but the 36th minute, Dan Ballard gets the opportunity to put Sunderland ahead, and he does it. And boy, to see a former Arsenal academy boy celebrate like that, he was very excited to score against a team that never really gave him an opportunity to play in the first team. So fair play to him. He made himself known. He was flexing on us after 36 minutes, and Sunderland scored the first goal in 8 games against Arsenal. First goal Arsenal conceded in 8 games. I'll give it up to them. They played well. They were physical. Fair play to them. 8 games, we didn't concede a goal and scored, and it was a poor goal. I'm looking around defensively. I'm saying to myself, what are these guys doing, right? But fair play to Sunderland. Sunderland at that point would have had 21 points if they would have won the game. But no, we could not let that happen. We could not let that happen. We had ourselves a poor first half. It was a poor first half, and we needed to kick on. And this is another example right here. Forget about Mikel Moreno for a second. Granit Xhaka and Sunderland were thugs out there. They were there to bully us. They were there to make it physical. They were very physical. This was not a game for Max Dowman. This was not a game for Ethan, in my opinion. This was a very, very physical game. I am not going to sit here and say, oh, you should have played this guy, you should have played that guy. We know that how many players we had out injured today from our attacking options. If we had some of those attacking options, maybe it would have been a different game against tired legs. We would have brought on more attackers. But no excuses. No excuses. We still should have done better. Fair play to Sunderland. They were very physical. But you know what? Luckily for us, Bukayo Saka scored the goal, and Bukayo Saka's goal was a great goal, might I say. Weak foot ended up scoring just 10 minutes after the new half started, and I was very very much like, we are starting to dominate. We were starting to kick on. You can see the manager, everyone was excited. We were kicking on. We were starting to get things going. Everyone could see the momentum was coming onto our side. We were the better team going forward. We were starting to do things. We were starting to make things happen. We were starting to do things. But boy, was Leandro Trossard's goal worth the wait. I thought Leandro Trossard, when he scored that goal, I thought we were guaranteed to win the game. Leandro Trossard's goal was a rocket. It was a rocket. And it was from distance too. And he scored it in near post against the keeper from outside the box. It had a 3 point something chance of scoring that goal. The goal that he scored today, it had like 0.3 xg chance of going in. He did not. I I just gotta say fair play to Leandro Trossard, man. Leandro Trossard makes things happen for us. Leandro Trossard is one of those guys that I underestimated, and I'm like, you know what? We shouldn't. I was questioning if we should have even given him a pay rise. But fair play to Leandro Trossard. He stepped up when somebody needed to step up the most. He scored the goal to give us the lead, and I thought from there we could have seen it out. I genuinely thought from that moment when Leandro Trossard scored, we were going to see out the game and we're going to go and win it. But then the fuckery started to happen. I'm going to say to Mikel Arteta, if you could do one thing different, what could it have been? Would you have changed your substitutions come the end of the game? Because he subbed off Eze for Mascara and we went a little bit more defensive. We're up 2-1. There is 7 minutes extra time. Where they got 7 minutes extra time, I don't know. I generally thought it should have been like 4 minutes extra time. They added an extra 3 minutes extra time on that bitch. I don't know where they got the extra 3 minutes of extra time, but fair play to them. They ended up scoring in the 94th minute. And before they scored, I'm just going to say, could we have done something different? We only substitution Arteta made the whole game was to bring on Mascara. Could he have made a different substitute? Could he have done something else to change the game, to keep more possession of the ball, to try to get the ball away from Sunderland? Because instead of going defensive, if you go a little bit more attacking, maybe you can hold on to the possession a little bit more. I don't know. But at that point, I just felt like we had enough. We basically had the emotions of getting back into the game. We scored the second goal in the 74th minute. We had about 25 minutes. We have another 20 minutes remaining to see out the game, including extra time, of course. But we just couldn't do it. And it was really down to David Raya. David Raya had one moment of brilliance, as I can show you right here. This was a beautiful moment of brilliance from David Raya. Beautiful moment of brilliance from David Raya. But bro, David Raya, man. He was on it. He was on it at that point. But then later on, what was this? What was this? No communication, poor communication between Raya and Gabriel. You could say you can't really say it's a high boot because Gabriel's going for a header. He's going for the kick. I think it's fair play there. It's just frustrating. It's disappointing. You never want to concede a late goal like that. Such a sloppy goal to concede. And off the back of having such a good season, such a good start to the season, such a good team this season that's just been finding ways to win when need be. For us to do that, It's disappointing. It's gutting. We still stand 7 points clear ahead of Liverpool and City before they play tomorrow, but plenty of players back. We can talk about all the positives in a minute, but massive credit to Sunderland, one of the toughest sides we faced this season, and this game right here specifically, they made themselves known to everybody. They're serious, and this was a very, 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 very close game at the end, and they got the equalizer. Even after that, we maybe could have scored a winner, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Dan Ballard with the block of the game. Literally, right after they scored, we were still attacking. We were still going for it. We were still trying to get the winner, still trying to go push on. But boy, Dan Ballard was definitely the man of the match for them. He saved them at the end with a ridiculous block on what do you call it? Moreno? Was it Moreno late in the game? Or I forget who it was exactly, but it was on somebody late in the game. He made an amazing save last minute. Fair play to Sunderland. They get their draw. We get massive 2 points drop for us. Luckily for us, we're still 7 points ahead before Liverpool or City even play. Um, Come the end of the season, this could be 2 points that haunts us, be honest, but we should be able to still continue to push on. We still should be able to continue to do what we're supposed to do. I'm disappointed this afternoon, although it's important to keep perspective. We have a lot of players coming back from injury, a lot of players, and that is an important perspective to keep. We did not have a lot of those guys today, and with Gyökeres, Madueke, Odegaard, Jesus, Havertz, all these guys coming back, we're going to have more firepower in that attack to bring on off the bench in these close games. Today we didn't have that. Going forward, we should. Hopefully that can give us what we need to get over the line in these close games, because that's what it's been doing for us for majority of this season. And yeah, disappointing, man. If I could say anything else specifically, I'm gonna go through player ratings, and if you guys got any comments, I'll read them right now. But yeah, I seen somebody just submitted a super chat. Big up Farhan the Gooner. He says, "Bro, that was Raya. You can't come out of your line like that. Not even touch the ball." I think David Raya made a big mistake. Yeah, 100%. David Raya made a big mistake. You got to look at David Raya. You got to say to yourself, what were you doing today? Today, David Raya kind of let us down. Big time let us down. Even though he made some crucial saves earlier, David Raya definitely let us down there. Big up Farhan. I really do appreciate the super chat, bro. And when it comes to David Raya's performance today, it was 50-50. What can you even give him? When we do player ratings, what rating can you even give David Raya off the back of uh, uh, basically losing us to 3 points? He saved us at times, don't get me wrong, but at the same time he cost us. And today was the game where he had the most to do, in a while. He hasn't had much to do lately, but today he had a lot to do, and boy, he messed up one crucial moment. One big moment for us was messed up. All right, let's talk about the player ratings. Let's get into the player ratings. David Raya, overall, I'm gonna give David Raya a 5. He made some crucial saves. Nah, 6. He made some crucial saves, cost us. What are you guys giving David Raya for the player ratings? Let me know. What are you guys giving David Raya for the player ratings? A 4, somebody says. I was gonna give him a 5. I'm gonna give him a 5. I'm gonna give him a 5, man. Iga, how are you? Bro, I'm good, man. I understand these. You can win some games, you can lose some games. It is what it is. Today we drew, but overall, it was a very disappointing performance. David Raya gets a 3, Hussam says. Wow, 3 for David Raya. I thought Timber was solid, overlapped a little bit, had himself a decent game. I'll give him a 6. I didn't think he didn't do much wrong today. You know what? Give him a 5. Saliba, another player, fired over the ball. Saliba could have had a goal, actually. I'll give Saliba another player who gets a 5. Everyone's points gets dropped by 1 today. I'm, you know what? Gabriel was so unhappy at the end of the game. He knew exactly what happened in that equalizer, and no foul. There was no foul. He complained about it. Didn't end up getting it, but for him, I'm also going to give him another. I'm going to give him a 5.5. Um, Calafiori, maybe today would have been a better game for Miles Lewis Skelly, since Calafiori is not one to drift into the midfield and take on multiple players and try to win the ball and go drive deep. He's more of somebody who will find himself in the final third and try to chip in with a goal on occasion. But I think we needed Miles Lewis Skelly's dribbling and driving from deep today. That would have helped us. I don't know why Arteta didn't bring him on or didn't even consider bringing him on, but fair play to him. I thought Zubimendi had himself a decent game. He was making some very good line splitting passes. I felt like he was unlucky to not score when he hit the bar. I did or the post or bar, whatever you want to call it. Really got close. Zubimendi that was to getting a goal. His yellow card was ridiculous. But yeah, overall, another player. I'm just giving a lot of these guys fives today, so I'm giving him a 5.5. Declan Rice, probably one of the better players on the pitch, to be fair. I thought he works his socks off. He done really well today overall. I'm going to give him a 6.5. But yeah, he could have done better for the Dan Ballard goal, maybe. But still, that's on Gabriel to not head it away. Eze did not have a good game. I'll be real. He had 4 shots. He could have scored. He could have had a good opportunity to score here and there, but he didn't really score. Didn't have a good opportunity. Didn't really do much with his chances. The difference between Eze and Odegaard is very visible. Odegaard in that position is looking to create, looking to get on the ball, looking to make things happen. Eze is trying to get on the ball and trying to finish a chance or drive past people. And they're just slightly different players. And maybe Arsenal is asking Arteta and the management at Arsenal have been asking him to play different, because I just don't see him trying to take on as many players as he used to. I see him more just recycling the ball. And maybe we need to see a little bit more of the spark as who just takes the ball and does his own thing. But maybe he's being asked not to do that. So yeah, I'm going to give him, if I'm giving everybody 5s, I'm going to give him a 4. I thought he was quite poor. Should have scored a goal, to be fair. Trossard gets himself a 7, probably one of the best players on the pitch. With his situation, so fair play to him. I'm gonna give him a 7. Bukayo Saka gets himself a goal. I didn't think he had the best of games in the first half. Second half, he was a lot better. I'll give him a 6.5. Mikel Moreno, kind of anonymous. Didn't really notice him. I'll be real. 5.5 for him. The assist, he did get the assist. That's pretty much it, but it was a layoff. Fair play. I'll increase it to a 6. I'll give him a 6. Christian Mosquera came on late, too late for me to give him a rating. But yeah, everyone was talking about Granit Xhaka pre-game, and you know what? He came back to haunt us. So fair play to Granit Xhaka. I'm pretty sure he got one of the assists for one of the goals today. Granit Xhaka did. So fair play to Granit Xhaka. And Sunderland looked like a solid team. Now, the most important thing, the title. Arsenal are still in a commanding lead over Liverpool and City. Hopefully, Liverpool and City draw tomorrow and nobody wins. And yeah, this bottle will be generational. Says you're not going to be seeing a bottle job this season. We have a bunch of our players coming back, and then we're going to be facing none other than Tottenham. So you can worry about that later. We're good over here. We got Tottenham next. I expect us to beat Tottenham next. And you already know what it is. If there's anything else that you guys need to know, please do let me know. Today was a loss, plain and simple. Yeah, today feels like a loss, 100%. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, boys. You have yourself a wonderful day. Wait, there's one more super chat. Eze doesn't even ask for the ball, just waits. Yeah, it's stupid, man. Stupid. He needs to get on the ball. He needs to start asking for the ball. He needs to start showing for the ball instead of just being like, yeah. He's just trying to play within the system rather than be the main man. We don't play the way for 90. I don't know why. We just don't. We don't press teams. We don't show them that we're the dominant team from the minute 1 to the end sometimes, and it's just super annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, boys and girls. You have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys in the next video. Love for the love. Big up Farhan for the 3 super chats. Big up everyone who's watched this video. Please do hit that like button, and of course check out today's title sponsor in the video, which is OK Jersey. and you can get 8% off by clicking on the link in the description or scanning the QR code up here. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here. Hopefully Arsenal can win our next game versus Tottenham, but we got a little bit of an international break, and I'm not going to take a break myself. So peace.